Something new is happening in our nation, a movement of God, a resurgence to the church, a desire for His presence. Some may call it a revival. We are calling it an awakening. Across our nation and even around the world, we are witnessing a widespread revival. We see it breaking out on college campuses and worship services that go on for days. Even the younger generations are flooding back into the church with a spirit of repentance and a desire to surrender. God is doing something new right here, right now, reviving a light that many thought was dying, but God's light will never be overcome by darkness. And so the question remains, is this revival coming to an end, or is God just getting started? These spiritual significant moments have happened throughout our history, often being referred to as Great Awakenings. The first Great Awakening stirred the colonies in the 1700s, calling people back to repentance. The second swept across the frontier in the 1800s through campfire revivals. The third lit up cities at the turn of the century with passion and purpose. And in the 70s, the Jesus movement literally turned beaches into baptism pools. So as we can see, this is not something brand new, but instead God's desire to periodically push back against the darkness as a way to remind everyone that victory is still His. And now, even here, in this place, in this moment, we believe God is awakening something deep within us as a church. But we believe it is God's desire to do even more than what we could ever ask, think, or imagine. Each great awakening of the past was limited by a window of time and opportunity. And we believe now is our time. It all starts with an invitation that leads someone to take a step through the doors of a church, into a conversation they didn't plan on having, toward a seat that almost they didn't take. We've heard it again and again. I wasn't looking for this. I just showed up because someone invited me. I didn't expect anything to change. And yet something did. In a moment, God reached in. He met them right where they were, in the middle of doubt, in the middle of pain, even in the middle of pretending like everything was okay. What they found wasn't hype. What they found was hope. It wasn't religion, but it was something real. It was peace, a newfound purpose rooted in the gospel of Jesus Christ. What if this is more than just a good season? What if this is more than growth, more than energy, more than what happens on a Sunday? What if the next great awakening doesn't start in a stadium, but in a single surrendered heart? And we believe that's exactly what's happening. And it's happening right now.
A Colorado Springs church has just been named one of the fastest growing churches in the nation. And this comes as Pew Research shows that church attendance in the United States has been on a sharp decline since the COVID pandemic. In fact, 21% of Americans say they attend church regularly. More than 3/4 say religion's role in their life is shrinking. So how has Trace Church here in Colorado Springs landed itself on the list of fastest growing in the nation?
The story of Trace is nothing short of a miracle, as each week we watch God break through barriers, leading people to their own spiritual awakening. This is why we refuse to let this opportunity pass us by. Not until every person in this city has the chance to meet Jesus, to really know Him, to know what it means to be fully seen, to be fully known, to be fully loved. And let me be clear. This isn't a moment we're trying to manufacture. It's a movement we're choosing to step into. Because we believe this fall, something new is starting. God is stirring something in people's hearts, a longing, a restlessness, a quiet invitation to wake up. Our great awakening, Trace Church, is right here, right now.